Alright guys, what's going on? It is the ADMW2, I'm Koshade, and I have a game that had some technical difficulties a few days ago. So they're just resetting everything right now and talking about where everything was. It was basically at the middle of the night and there were some connection issues. Like everybody's internet basically went down, including mine. And that had some technical difficulties a few... Sorry about that, guys. It was loud. But anyway, we have a Necromancer versus Druid match. And this is kind of just a power match. I mean, both mages tend to want to have a ton of creatures out. One of them is more mobile as zombies get, but we do see some skeletons. Well, it looks like Werekingdom playing the Druid here is... going more for the, the snatch technique kind of thing. That being said, it looks like we have a air strength and an agony to counter that on the Druid. So this Druid is trying to get aggressive, but can't really do that. And this is mid-game, so I'm just going to try to explain everything that's going on here. We have an Eternal Servant on a Zombie Brute. One attack die. Brutal, man. Where's that coming from? Just trying to see what's going on. Yep, he says 3 because it looks like the agony, but the bear shrink didn't trigger. Death Fang does take 4. So yeah, it looks like we have 2 brutes out. One's almost dead. We got a minion, we got Death Fang, and this one brute is going to be kind of leading the charge, I imagine. Only unfortunate part about brutes, or I should say Eternal Servants when versing a druid, is all these plants don't have any armor. So you really are just looking for more dice, more than anything. We got the Libero out for Sharkbait. This is, Libero versus Graveyard is always a tough choice. It's mana and spellbooks, but you tend to make it up. But then again, this one's a mobile thing. But this can just be dissolved. Looks like Shark's going to have Force Push the Druid. And so this is going to be a Brute that comes in. There is no armor out, so that's going to be 6 damage for that 3 mana Force Push in the Brute's action. Great use there. It's going to put Werekingdom at 11. Question is, this tree is very much alive, so how much of that damage is going to stick? No one knows. And yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at the state of the board right now. I'm not going to bring up challenge right now. And it looks like we just have another chance to pull. We have a dead minion. Sorry, I'm trying to get the state of the board right here. It's tough to be dropped mid-game, but it's kind of cool to assume what's going on. Probably had Werekingdom open up with a tree and a flower. He probably started over here last game. Then probably did like a flower and a snapper or something like that, or a lasher. Dang, Werekingdom is going to take out this Death Fang with this Vine Snapper. Great move there. And I would say, honestly, plants are generally better than skeletons, mana cost-wise. That being said, being rooted does make a big difference. Jeez, it's crazy. And it looks like we're going to have a Guardian Necromancer. He probably just wants to guard this. And we are going to see a Dissolve in the Libero. Oh, a Crumble. Great choice here. Now, this is why Libero is tough to use. Do you actually take the life hit and then spend more mana bringing it back? Or do you just let it go? And Shark just lets it go. And then a little bit of a mess around with the crystals here. No damage going through. Sorry, I missed that too. So the Nullify happened on Shark. He had a Nullify on, and but Crumble has the actual equipment as a target. So he revealed Nullify, but shouldn't have. I didn't see that there. And there we go. Looks like this is going to be the round, and it's not looking too good for Shark in this case. The 2 brutes out is actually pretty strong. One's almost dead, though. And without the ability to just keep casting creatures, it's going to be a little tough. Question is, do you Deathlock? And the reason why you'd want to consider that is because you don't want Werekingdom to be regenerating on the tree too much. She can still transfer the life over, But you can't actually heal the tree, which is always dangerous. So yeah, that's kind of the state of the board right now. Anyone that's joining us live, just want to say welcome. And yeah, I would honestly put the game in favor of probably Werekingdom right now. I mean, he's got more mana. He's got a spawn point. We're probably going to see some sort of Vine Snapper or maybe a Tangle Vine in the zone, possibly. If he does a Corrosive Orchid, I'd recommend doing it in this zone. And the only reason why you'd want that is because you want the Corrodes on this zombie to maybe you can get one die that gets a crit and then a Corrode on top of that. But he should probably wait. Just because, well, then again, Shark doesn't really have much to take out that Orchid, so it's probably pretty safe. Hey, Puddinhead, how's it going? Otherwise, yeah, I would put this definitely in favor of Werekingdom. Now, the question is, of course, does Shark have things like Drain Soul? What kind of other creatures does he have? I mean, a Skeleton Knight isn't bad in this case. Just because that 5 dice. I'd probably take another Brute over that. It's not binding the tree. And yeah, it looks like this tree isn't binding. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. And otherwise, we're just going to be moving on to the next phase here. Alright, we're in deployment phase. And let's see what comes out of this tree here. A Thorn Lasher. Okay, so yeah, he basically wants to make the train now, and there's only one quick cast away, which he totally has the mana. We've been seeing this a lot, a Bloodspine Wall in the center, and then just lots of holes from these Thorn Lashers, and that's kind of the MO of the Druid right now. Looks like we're going to see an immediate attack on this Zombie Brute. He's going to... Okay, so he's trying to push it to get 3 dice. He basically wants to get as much dice as possible. Swell is a good technique for that. Nothing happens with that. We get another 3 dice. Basically paid 4 mana for 6 dice here. And he's hoping for basically 2 crits, so I think it's a good... It's a good choice to try that out. A wave killing a zombie. And he only gets 1 damage. So that Brute is going to survive because Resilient is... so good. That being said, it was a good bet for Werekingdom to just try that. Getting 2 crit for Swell is just fine. Shark's asking for that. Enchanter's Ring. Now, there's only 1 enchantment down for Werekingdom right now. So I'm curious to see if there's other... let's take a look at his discard pile. He's only got 3 cards in his discard, so... at best, he's probably either made a mana or broken even. So I kind of wonder what other enchantments Werekingdom has in his book that made him want to take Enchanter's Ring. Shark saying he's not insane. So that means that... basically, Werekingdom has to spend another action to try to kill this, which he'll probably choose to punch. Well, the thing is, he'll probably want... This is weird, because now he can't actually pull. Because I was actually expecting to be a Bloodspine Wall, and then Arouse the Beast, a pull, and then a pull. So you get at least 1 action through here, and then the Necromancer is completely separated from his creatures. They're talking about that. I'm pretty sure they're there. Werekingdom says he's not awake. And looks like Shark's going to forego on his action. Of course, he has a guard on his Necromancer. So that means that this 3-die Druid won't be able to just punch out this Brute. Question is, did he take another swell? He's just going to retreat. This is a good move here. He wants to get these zombies in range of this Vine Snapper. And this is probably going to be a Barkskin. My guess is Sharkbait's going to have some sort of Deathlock go down, something like that. Then again, he might just cast more creatures. It really depends on how assured Shark thinks he is right now. And, great move out of Shark here. The Force Push to come back, forcing him back into the zone. Now we're probably going to see a Barkskin get revealed, but regardless, it's going to be now 12 dice going at the Druid. Broken up into 2/6, so depending on if armor is there or not. And that means now that this Brute, he'll survive another round, and on top of that, it's going to be Sharkbait's initiative next round, so there is a decent chance that that unless Werekingdom wants to use another swell on this Brute, he'll get another attack. So that's a little bit brutal for Werekingdom to have to deal with. 2 damage in this Mana Crystal. It'll probably be like, vined and snapped at and stuff like that. 3 damage to the Druid. This is the time we'll see a reveal here. Yep, the Barkskin does get revealed. Little unfortunate rolling there for Shark, but, it is what it is there. And if you see, Shark has 10 mana and a quick cast. 1 damage on this Mana Crystal. I'd like to see what he's saving up to do with that. Like, if he plans something for that mana. Another 6 dice going in. Oh, this one rolling above average, making up for the last one, getting 8. 7 going through. And again, the piercing is actually affecting down the game because there is armor out. So, very nice play there for Shark. Putting Werekingdom at 17 damage out of 34. And then this Mana Crystal taking 2 more damage, going up to 5. He cannot take that out. And let's see what he's going to do. There it is. And this is a classic play out of Shark. And that is to get the Deathlock down when you get the high damage. Now Werekingdom has to... does he summon a Vine Snapper and rouse the beast in order to take out this Deathlock? What does he choose to do in order to get this out? Because being at half damage with only 2 armor... especially when you have 2 Brutes out, is dangerous. And on top of that, there is a Brute here, so you have to spend your quick cast, trying to get this active. There's no good way for Werekingdom to make this a perfect move, so he has to sort of decide exactly how he wants to do it. Going up in armor wouldn't be bad. Maybe getting a Vine Snapper, then quick casting some more armor, and then rouse the beast like in this zone with the your friendly plants. That wouldn't be terrible. Then again, you could get a Bloodspine Wall here, and then just play Hot Potato, and hope that you can outdice the Mage. And that's pretty much what's going on here. So, Werekingdom really has a lot of choices to make, and Sharkbait, I think it's pretty clear what he wants to do, and that is, I want to kill the Mage right now. Werekingdom, of course, transferring 2 damage. And the tree can't actually regenerate that. So it's just going to go up 2. And of course it has, 12, I think? Yeah, it has 12 life, so it needs 10 more damage to go down. But that also means that the Druid kind of has 44 more life on top of this. In a weird, wonky way. Either way, I think Sharkbait feels pretty safe. I'm sorry, I think Werekingdom, while he doesn't feel safe, I think he has time to respond properly. Question is, can he do that or not? This is also kind of the time that Sharkbait could consider also just pummeling the curses out. Like, we could see just this Druid just get massed on curses, so it has to deal with the Deathlock, then deal with the curses and a bunch of stuff like that. Yeah, things like that. It'll be interesting to see exactly how this game plays out. Alright, we're going to go into deployment. And it looks like a Vine is going to go in this Deathlock zone, so that means Werekingdom is probably going to commit. Yep, probably going to commit to killing this Deathlock. We see a Vine Snapper go in here. I mean, this is the card to kill if Werekingdom wants to play a longer game. And it looks like immediately we're going to see an enchantment go down from Sharkbait onto the Druid. And it is going to be a Magebane, just trying to get more damage out. And then we see the quick cast. He isn't going to go after the Brute. Instead, he enchanted himself. This is probably a Rhino Hide, is my guess. It could be like a dodge, I guess, or something wonky like that. Even Brace Yourself is a little bit odd. I'm sorry, it is a Brace Yourself. It isn't odd, guys. Probably because he wants more armor right now, and as you can see, it takes effect because it already cancels this out. But he probably wants more armor this turn because he's so assured this is going to be a dead Deathlock soon. So recovering as much as possible. So I do like that play a lot. Now, of course, if this Thornlaster chooses to kill the Brute, then we won't be seeing any sort of tug-of-war down here. Man, this is see, it's a little bit tight for Sharkbait because he has to keep this Deathlock alive. And with the Piercing 1/5 die attack, it'll survive 2 rounds, maybe 3 if you're lucky. So, you know, he has to make something happen this round, and losing your 60 of your dice to 0 damage is a little brutal. And it looks like this Mana Crystal is going to get destroyed here, bringing Shark's channeling down to 11. And yeah, he wants to see if Shark is going to use his Mage's action, I think. And we're going to see a retreating Sharkbait Mage. I like this a lot. Now, I think the answer is pretty clear. You drag this Damage Brute just to try to kill it. You'll get, 3 dice, 5 dice, 3 dice, so you'll probably kill it. If you don't, that would be a little odd. Let me see something here. Yep, Magebane did work. Magebane is one of those cards that just always is good. Like, even if they dispel it immediately, you get a damage, and then you cancel out whatever they did before. We see a retreating Druid. And then Chains of Agony gets revealed as well. Sharkbait laying on that damage with the cheap curses. And this is... I mean, it's going to start slowly eating away at his life. I mean, he takes another damage from Magebane. So now Shark really has to think, how is he going to get Werekingdom in a position to kill him? And it looks like his Brute is just going to go after the Snapper here. 6 damage getting rolled. That's not bad. And the fact that it can't regenerate means it might get 1 attack off, maybe, but probably not. And we see the damage does on a Brute. It's probably going to die right here. 3 dice going at you, 1 life remaining, and it does. An unfortunate loss for Shark, but that probably means he wants to keep up his mana now as well, because you don't want to lose his Eternal Servant. Yeah, we're gonna be moving on to the next action then. And of course, this Brace Yourself will get removed. Barkskin, is he going to pay for it? He does not pay for it. Alright. And he's going to transfer 2 damage to this Vine Tree. Now, if he chose to have a Fireball, this tree is suddenly looking very nice here. We're probably going to see another Vine Snapper going in the zone. Now, the way Shark reacts to it is going to be important. Like, does he summon more creatures to deal with it? Does he instead ignore it, say the Deathlock will die and then go after the tree. There's a lot of tough choices here. We could just see a Tanglevine go out against the Mage, Shark's Maze, just because then that would... it would sort of guarantee that Werekingdom can recover in some sort of way. And, yeah, we're just kind of waiting to see what gets planned out. Werekingdom hasn't planned any cards out. He's only got 13 mana, so it's not a lot to work with. There's one on the tree. But if you want to summon, a 7 mana cost creature like another Vine Snapper, it's going to be a little expensive. I guess a Thorn Lasher here wouldn't be too... Ooh, sorry, guys. Thorn Lasher here wouldn't be too bad. But, yeah. It's kind of what we're looking at. Okay. Alright. They are just planning it out. But I hope you're having a good day, man. And so with the Chains of Agony, basically, it's almost like getting slow, but it's not, because you don't want to move when you get Chains of Agony on. And it's such a cheap curse. Like, really, it's the one swell point that is expensive. So, yeah, I mean, this Chains of Agony is basically, like, sort of like I'm just going to keep trying to get as much damage as possible. And, like, normally I think we're going to want to retreat into the tree zone, retreat down here, but he may not want you now because of that. That one damage. Magebane, of course, is just going to be good. And talk about Magebane more. It's one of those things that, even if they dispel it right away, they take a damage from it. So, it's good because, one, it forces a dispel, so it's a level 1 spell, and usually people are playing level 2, or paying level 2 for a dispel. And if they use, like, a remove curse on it or something, you're like, yeah, because now I can curse you again with other stuff that may be more potent, like Poison Blood, Ghoul Rot, and there's nothing you can do about it. Alright, moving on to deployment phase. Looks like we are going to see a Thorn Lasher. Thorn Lasher does appear out here. And it is in like an aggressive stance here. So, curious to see what this guy ends up doing. But we can get the sort of train now. Rock does come out for Sharkbait. This should kill the Vine Snapper. And, of course, it will roll under average. That's just kind of what's going on with attack spells today. Only getting 8. That means we might get a free hit off onto this Deathlock. Yeah, we have kind of a dangerous situation here because of this train. You could see just some hot potato stuff happening between all of these Thorn Lashers. And if there's a Bloodspine Wall placed, then suddenly we could see a very dead mage very fast. Corrosive Orchid does come out for Werekingdom, placing it all the way across the field. This is why Druid's so strong. Does take a damage from Magebane. But it's immediately going to attack Deathlock. He's trying to get a Corrode down. Does not get the Corrode, but rolls max damage. So it is going to take 2 damage. Probably about as much as you would have gotten if you would have gotten a Corrode in the first place. So either way, solid move there. We're going to see a piercing 1/5 die attack. Shouldn't kill this. And it is not going to, but it will roll average. Putting Deathlock up to 6 damage. All I can say to this is brutal. And Shark really has to think about how he's going to do this properly. You're going to start seeing the Guardian Lashers. This is a good choice for Shark. Not wanting to commit his creatures too early. And if Werekingdom's at 0 mana, so he's probably going to do nothing this round. I don't see him moving. But the Rock was a good choice. You statistically should have gotten this kill. But you can see how this sort of snowballed into 6 damage now in this Deathlock. Tons of guarding going on. And we see the Skeletal Knight come out for Sharkbait. Great choice. He wants to beef up his power so he can just march in and kill everything. Is it too little too late? The problems start coming in when you have Bloodspine Walls and this stuff already set up. So they really have to focus on how they're going to kill all this stuff. There's no mana. Yeah, he targets a Thorn Lasher, but he has 0 mana. So he's just going to take a damage for moving, and that's it. Little unfortunate there. Not sure what he wanted to cast. What's range 1? Huh, I don't know. Because he targeted this Thorn Lasher, right? Because this would have been a Rouse. That would have been a good choice, but... Same Fred says you don't take a damage because of Mage Bane. That's so funny. And and it's gonna put Werekingdom up at 18 damage. Which, if you choose to translate to, this thing is half dead then. So the Brood is gonna take out the Snapper. This is probably the best choice you can have to keep this thing alive. I mean, does take it out. And my cat is making noises, I'm sorry. And it looks like this Vine Snapper is going to attack this other Mana Crystal. And gets 1 damage. You might as well get this free damage, it's just a nice choice. And I think this is going to be the end of the round. Alright, dude. You gotta sit up here. Just come sit up here, cat. Yep. Okay. Yep. Let's make it a mess. Alright. So, will he transfer 2 damage? And he's sitting at 0 armor right now, so he is, like, ready to be, like, just tons of damage being knocked on him. This kind of reminds me a lot of an old Gen Con match, whereas I think Biblo... I think Biblo was playing the Necromancer in that game, and the game just went on for a long time, and just all sorts of things like this happened in it. So I'm curious to see how this game like looks in comparison. Vine Tree is going to get another card. This might be another Lasher. It could just be another Snapper in the zone. Just to preoccupy these creatures. But yeah, we don't see any transfer go in the tree, so he's just assuming that this tree, I think, is just, it's gonna sit at 4. That's probably a safe play. He'll probably move 1 and just cast like a boulder on this Deathlock if he doesn't kill it otherwise. Because honestly, he needs this thing dead. So the question is, like, as Werekingdom, do you assume this is going to die and then prep? You know, do you prep a bear skin or bark skin then so you can regen immediately? Like, just some tough choices for Werekingdom to make. And I think Sharkbait's in a similar situation. He basically has 11 dice in the field. Unless he chose to attack this Orchid. But, like, the question is, how do you direct that 11 dice towards something? Like, it is definitely a force that can move, but the minute you start getting over here, you start getting all sorts of push and pulls, and it gets a little dangerous. Looks like he's going to spend an extra mana to get a second Vine token, indicating we might see, like, a Burst of Thorns then, or maybe something like that. I'm not sure. Oh! We see the Bloodspine wall come down. And that's going to block this Lasher here. So he wants to direct the damage here. And he's also blocking the Vine Tree from being able to cast in here. So that tells me that he probably wants to move his forces, going this way. He still has these sort of issues of being pushed and pulled, but we'll have to see what happens here. So we see a 5-die attack going against this Orchid. It's going to deal 4 damage. A little bit unfortunate there, but he probably wasn't going to kill it regardless. So we'll probably see a free hit on the Deathlock. Then maybe we'll see a Boulder or something like that. I'm not sure how I feel about this wall right now. It's a tough choice. We are going to see a spell get cast. He's going to target Agony. Interesting. So he's going to dispel Agony here. Nope. Nope. He targets Magebane. Okay, cool. So the Magebane does go away. That's, again, just a free damage going down. And looks like then we're going to see this attack in the Deathlock. And it is going to deal a corrode and damage. So now it's 1 armor, 2 life away from death. So getting pretty close. And then the passing starts happening. And this is smart for Sharkbait. He wants to get all these creatures to use their actions so he can move out safely or do what he's going to do. It isn't going to be his initiative next round, so that's a little bit dangerous for him. But if you notice, these 2 creatures are still active, which he's gonna try to force one of them to go away. And this is tough for Werekingdom. Sort of how do you deal with that? He does do the 5 dice snapper. I would feel a little bit safer if I were Shark moving out now. Such a tough play for both players here. And we see this Zombie Brute going to take out this Orchid. 4 dice, needs 3 damage. He gets it. And that is a dead Orchid. So yeah, now, I mean, Shark's at 5 mana, so he can't do much, but he could end up cursing in some sort of way. Here we go. We're going to see the attack spell. 1 damage. Nope. Not going to move. Okay. Brutal. Yeah, he's going to use a Thorn Lasher first. This is probably a safe bet because now his mage gets the last action. That move, if I were Sharkbait, I would immediately be thinking he has an attack spell. And he wants to take out Deathlock. So stopping that in any sort of way is really important for him. Let's see what he ends up doing. He is going to curse Werekingdom. Possibly another Magebane, maybe a Poison Life. Not that Poison Life would really help him right now. It would help him later, though. Okay, so here we go. He has enough to reveal a Magebane. And let's see. He can cast like another Swell or a Surging Wave. That would be there. He's asking if there's some sort of Enfeeble. I don't think he can reveal it. No. Okay, yeah. The Burst of Thorns. And this should take out Deathlock. We'll have to wait and see. And it is going to deal 1 damage. We have a living Deathlock. Oh, that's beautiful. It's going to have to take another round of some sort of damage. Brutal, man. That is brutal. So this now puts Werekingdom at 20 out of 34. He's going to have to transfer life. And then the Ghoul Rot does get revealed. 2 more damage is going to happen to Werekingdom. The tree cannot actually place any sort of creatures in the zone. So, a little bit harsh for Werekingdom to deal with. This is actually a really close game. There is no armor out for Werekingdom. So with that 13 mana, he could do another Burst of Thorns. That's probably the easiest way to take out this this Deathlock here. Is he going to transfer? Is he going to transfer damage? Also, that's a big question. And of course, this also means that Sharkbait's only going to be at 8 mana because he went in the negative because basically channeling happens automatically. So he went in the negative before the upkeep phase because he had enough to pay for it anyway. Yeah, he is going to transfer 2 damage over this tree. He's putting the tree at half health. That was a safe bet. I mean, it has 12 total. So basically, Werekingdom has 1 good chance. He needs 1 Burst of Thorns or like a Boulder or something to take out this Deathlock. If he doesn't, I could definitely see a situation where basically Sharkbait walls it off or does something to sort of blind the target from everything. This should be a pretty crazy round. I gotta give Shark some props here, though, because this Deathlock is just on point, man. It is really forcing this game to go a direction that Werekingdom did not want to. And it's something unique that we haven't really seen in any other games played so far. So, yeah. Just waiting for some decisions to finish. This could be a match decided round right here. Taking out the Deathlock is probably going to happen. But how Shark responds to a dead Deathlock is really important as well. Alright. Anything out of the tree? We are going to see a Tanglevine come out. Onto his own mage. Werekingdom was saying, I am going to stay put. Great move there. So that means if Shark had another force push, then he would be like, okay, well, it's done. Astral Anchor getting played for Werekingdom as well. Okay, so he can't even be teleported. He is a druid that is now just a tree. That is what's going on here. This puts Sharkbait in a... This is a weird position for Sharkbait, because if he plans some sort of bone wall, he could now just kill the druid over time. Granted, there could be some sort of remove curse, something like that to make him not take tons of damage over every round. But let's see what Shark has. Shark doesn't have any quick cast. Okay, so he didn't rely on luck. All right, let's see. We're going to see the attack spell. And it is going to be a Surging Wave. He will have 3 dice against 1 armor. It is going to take out the Deathlock. And so now Shark has to get aggressive. He needs some way to stop all this healing from happening. And what he chooses to do here is going to be really important. And Shark's only at 8 mana, so it's not like he can do a ton of stuff right now. There is no Bark Skin, so that means this Ghoul route we're pretty much even out with the tree right now. Man, this is a cool play from Werekingdom. I dig it. It's just the sort of, you're not moving me at all. That's it. And Shark is thinking. You can tell he's not sure what to do here. Yeah, this is sort of a standoff game now. And the math is going on. Yeah, he's just gonna pass. I wouldn't blame him. I mean, so basically, Shark has no armor. Might have something here. We know he has a Nullify, but yeah, the damage is about to happen. I mean, it could be 3, and then it could be 5, and then it could be 3 and 3 with no armor. That would be super dangerous. And this Vine Snapper is very mad at this Wall of Bones and rolls 6 critical damage on 3 dice. Brutal. And it looks like, okay, so it looks like Werekingdom's not going to try to pull the Necromancer. He's just going to guard with this guy. Not sure if I agree with that move. Maybe he wants to save this Thorn Lasher, I guess, for something very specific. Alright, we're going to see another spell go down onto the Druid here. Huh. Maybe Poison Blood, maybe a Mage Bane. All those things will sort of add up in damage. The advantage that Shark has now is if he can control this zone, he can just wail on the Druid. And there's not much the Druid can do except keep attacking this Tanglevine to get out. So that is one nice thing. So if he could figure out some sort of way of just owning this, like if he had like 2 more walls here and then had, you know, more creatures. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I got, man. I see attack go down this mana crystal. Interesting going after the mana crystal and not the skeletal knight. And the brute's going to move down. So we're seeing these two creatures get in position here. The Vine Snapper getting in a sort of defensive spot. This is... the Poison Blood does get revealed. Might be a little early for that. Because you can still transfer, even though there is Poison Blood down. But maybe it's more of a preemptive, I just want to make sure you can't do anything. That being said, there is 2 damage that heals there. If you choose to transfer, this tree will still be at 6 damage. And he is going to do that. Alright. So yeah, I mean, this is I mean, usually Necromancers don't have a ton of attack spells. That would be a way he could get into this zone. If he had more brutes or skeletons and stuff like that, that's really what he needs to get out to sort of command this zone. And as I said, like, if he had more Wall of Bones, like, obviously this is all really mana and action intensive, but like some sort of way of just taking over this zone. I guess you could like idle a Pestilence up here just to lay on more damage. But we do see another card go on this tree. And really what Werekingdom is probably thinking is, I need to now own this zone and be as strong as possible here because it's about to get really messy in here. And he's at 20 life. Werekingdom has 0 armor. So it's not easy. Not easy for sure. And like, he really doesn't have enough mana to do a good remove curse. I was talking about Magebane earlier. That dispel going on that Magebane now means like Ghoul Rot can't be dispelled. Or maybe we'll see, you know, something like that. So, I mean, there is, of course, Purify or Remove Curse. Both of those would be good for Werekingdom right now, but he really doesn't have that much mana to do that and other things. So, the nice part about Poison Blood is that if you choose the Bark Skin to get armor, that would be, you know, you don't get the regen. So you're basically paying upkeep 2 for 2 armor every round. I kind of wish Shark would have waited to reveal Poison Blood until after the planning phase. And that's just so he would prep a Bark Skin, put it on his mage, and then do that. It's also possible that he wanted to get 4 extra damage because of the 2 armor, but I guess 3. But, you know, you never know in that. Now, Sharkbait's at 14 mana here. I will say it's a little bit dangerous for Shark, and that's because this Eternal Servant here, if he wants to use it properly, he's going to need 11 mana. And being at 14 means you don't have much to work with. And you really do want this brute to survive. Not necessarily that this brute's going to die quickly. The skeleton will probably die first. But that's something that Shark has to keep in mind when he's playing this game, is he needs that brute to stay alive. And it's a free action to bring it back, and it can't be targeted down instantly when it's killed, and so basically you get a free summon in that sort of way. That's a really important play here, because the longevity of this game might be something that we need to see. And they're both still planning, and this is, I mean, you suddenly, you have a plan, or you probably have a plan in your head about how this game should go in this round, And then you start thinking, well, what if they end up doing X or Y? And that's exactly why this game is good right now, because there's so many options that both players can do, and you have to sort of prep for both of them. But it says Skelly Archer would work here. Yeah. Skeleton Archer would be great. I mean, if you have to transfer 2 and then 4 damage is automatically going to you, absolutely. I think we're seeing a finesse right now at a Shark here that's like the Druid is sort of just like, it's sort of a mage that just sort of hits you with a ton of dice really fast, and you have to know how to deal with that. And Shark is sort of in a great position where he's been playing a line where it's like just barely able to get his strategy through, and it's super tough to make that work. And I respect the sort of play that he's going here, because he could easily die to these guys very quickly. They're both still thinking, man. This is just a great game, man. Looks like we might be advancing here now. And nope, not yet. Oh man, tough choice. So many tough choices for both players. Like, if a Skeleton Archer was placed, these two would be the bodyguards, and they'd probably actually do a decent job, because they can protect this zone decently well, I think. And let's see, are we going to see anything come out of this vine tree here? We are going to see a Tangle Vine go down on the Brute, and it is brutal. Not easy to get rid of. Oh, okay. So we're going to see a Dispel go down on the Astral Anchor. So the tree is now able to be uprooted pretty quickly. And that is the Druid. So let's just see what Werekingdom thought about with that. Is going to enchant herself. Probably a Barkskin or a Rhino Hide. Probably that is my guess. It's just some sort of defensive thing. It could also just be a Nullify. And that's, for Sharkbait, that is tough to work with. Regardless if he prepped the teleport, that's perfect for this Tangle Vine. Because now we can get both creatures in. And 11 dice? Oh, that'd be scary. Could be another Brace Yourself. And we're going to see the passing action here, because he wants to use these guys up. This wouldn't... I mean, the thing is, if this Lasher chooses to attack and the defense happens... Okay, here we go. This is an important defense. He has to make this defense now. And he does make it! Oh, Shark! So that means Shark's going to be able to pass a ton of times. And so a lot of this dice is going to go away because of that. And because Werekingdom is rooted, because it's Tangle Vine, basically, he's actually just restrained. He probably didn't prep his own teleport. So, very cool play. Are we about to see 11 dice go down into the Druid? Yep, and we see the guards go down. This is all damage that Shark doesn't have to worry about. Oh, man. I think the proper move here would be to send the Skelly in, get 5 dice, then teleport the Brute in, get another dice. It isn't your initiative next round, but I mean, getting 11 dice on the Druid would be pretty effective. Of course, there is a guard here, so that is a little hard to do. And without the defense, you don't want to send the Skeleton Knight in. So I guess the best choice here would be to either teleport... Okay, so you could risk teleporting the Druid, right? You'd spend 3 mana. Wouldn't actually be that bad. And if he doesn't have a Nullify on, you just... Oh, man. So good. If you don't want to risk that, the obvious, like, I can do this and there's nothing that's going to stop me, would be send the Brute in with a teleport. It's going to cost 3 mana. And then so you get basically... Well, okay, so it still has its action. So I guess what you'd want to do is you probably want to send in the Skeleton Knight first, get 5 dice. He will get attacked, probably take 5 damage, and then teleport the Brute, who gets 6 dice and kill the Snapper. That'd probably be the only other way you want to assuredly do that. It's a tense moment here. Like, as Shark, you know? And Werekingdom sitting on his action, probably waiting to do something. Some sort of response. This is tense. Super tense, man. As an alternative, Sharkbait could just do something crazy, like, I don't know. Can he afford Out of Petulance? I don't actually know if he can. Okay, he's going to go after this Tanglevine. He wants to play it safe. And so 5 dice on this Tanglevine. He gets 6 damage. This is probably going to be a dead Tanglevine this round. So we're going to see a lot of free hits go down. Things that probably doesn't really matter if it gets hurt or not. 4 damage in the Wall of Bones. I think maybe he was hoping to see the Vine Snapper use its action for something. But regardless, we're going to probably see a dead Tanglevine here. Just needs 2 out of 4 dice. If he doesn't get it, I'll be throwing my hands up. Getting 6 damage. I mean, killing the Vine Snapper wouldn't have been bad there in this case. Regardless, it's going to be Werekingdom's turn. He's going to take his action. Werekingdom, just chilling. He is gonna dispel or disperse the ghoul rat. All right. Does he have the mana? It costs 6, 7, 8. Costs 8 mana. So if it's a remove curse, he doesn't have enough. Yeah, okay, yeah, he has a disperse. So 6 mana. And that's going to mean he can start actually healing 2 around because of the tree transfer. And it's all on Shark here. We're just going to see a guard out of Shark. Alright. And that'll mean Shark will have a ton of mana next round. Let's see another round there. Ugh, man, this is a weird match here. So Werekingdom's gonna have 13 mana. Shark's gonna go up to 19. You know, as Werekingdom, do you get more creatures out of this vine tree? Do you have more Tanglevines? Like, it's a little bit tough on choosing what you want to do in this. Waiting for him to do that stuff. Puddin from chat is saying that, well, you could actually teleport the Snapper out of position, and that wouldn't actually be a bad move. You just like put it down here. That would mean that all of these guys would get free hits then. That wouldn't have been a bad move as well. Yeah, I mean, basically, then you would have gotten all of that. Well, then you would have gotten 5 dice, because this brute would have been chilling there. Werekingdom's going down to 18 damage, and this is kind of the struggle with druids, is trying to keep up that damage as much as possible. And you know, you don't want to ghoul rot until you prep something to test this nullify, because the ghoul rot's such a tough card to lose. So yeah, that's kind of our board right now. So Shark has 19 mana. That is a ton. So, I mean, basically, let me think about this for a second. At 19 mana, he could do things like Drain Soul if he wants to. And once you get a Tainted Marker on, you can have the Plague Master sort of keep up extra damage. He could choose to get more, like Ghoul Rot, things like that. Arcane Corruption is starting to look a little sweet. Again, you want to test for this Nullify, so all those plans I just said really relies on that. Looks like they're going to be done here in a second. At the same time, this could just be Barkskin. Like, that would be a great play if Werekingdom had it out now. And then all these guys dealing less damage would be good. I like the idea of Skeletal Archer, because we still have a Tanglevine Druid. I don't like that Astral Link was gone now because of that. I don't think there's any good way to take out this tree, unfortunately. If there was, I'd say do that, because that's a guarantee. Very tough to heal plant conjurations. And I know I was saying this in other games, but this might be a reason why Tattery is actually used over a Mana Flower, because right now this tree healing one would actually be pretty decent. Uh-oh, we see the Bloodspine wall go down, and that indicates that we're probably going to start seeing some shoving around, some pushing. This we know there's a Nullifying Sharkbait, so Werekingdom probably won't try to force him to move. But I mean, even against these non-bleedable creatures, 3 dice piercing 2 is just pretty good. We see another enchantment go down in Werekingdom. Okay, this is probably a Barkskin then, or it could be Barkskin Rhinohide. Either way, we're seeing a Druid that's sort of closing its shell, and sort of starting to become more and more like resistant to any sorts of damage. Thornlasher is going to attack. It is going to get 2 damage, and it snatches as well. So this is a little bit tough now for Shark to deal with, because 3 dice probably won't do that much. Because now he has to deal with a guard. There's no good way to move in. 2 more damage out of this Bloodspine wall. 4 damage out of 6 dice. Ooh, that sucks for your brute. Granted, it is a Eternal Servant, but I'm sure Shark doesn't want to have that mana right now. Oh, the Mage Wand comes out. Is this some sort of Drain Life, Siphon Soul? What is this? It's going to be a Teleport Wand, and he's going to pay 6 mana, putting it up in this corner. The guard is gone. I like this play from Shark, because now we have a rooted Tanglevine Druid, which means that he can't dissolve from range 2. And now this teleport will allow him to just manipulate the board however he sees it appropriate. I dig this play a lot. And that is going to be Shark's whole action there. I do actually think he should have waited to do this move, just because I don't think the Vine Snapper would have munched on the Brute. Then again, if he did Devour, then you can't actually Eternal Servant, so maybe Shark just didn't want to take that chance. Like the play a lot from Sharkbait. The Teleport Wand is probably one of the most used wands in the game. It's such a good card. 3 dice is going to be used against this Brute. Let's see if he gets this now. 2 damage! Holy cow, this Brute is just taking so much damage. Man, I feel bad for Shark, man. That is very abnormal to take this much out of this much dice. That being said, it is part of resilience is you want to take the damage, or you want to take the luck. 6 dice going against this Druid. It is all 5 normal damage. This is when we start seeing reveals. If there is a Nullify, or if there is armor, we will see it here. Brace yourself going down. And the bark skin. No damage from this brute, but you are using up this brace yourself for now, so very nice play here. But there is a poison blood. So that means this regen 2 isn't going to work. So there is some sort of nice play from Shark for that. 2 more damage on this brute. And it does get snatched, which means it won't be able to die this round. But now Shark has to think about that next round. Now for the Skeleton Knight, I think you just walk through, man. Like, I see no reason why you shouldn't just walk through this. Go for the 3 dice, piercing 2, whatever. But well, then again, there is a brace. Tough choice. Maybe just run 2 would be the better choice. Just get out of this range here, and then just... Whoop. But it being Sharkbait's initiative next round means we'll probably see either an attack spell go down against this brute to kill it, or we'll see another 6 dice. Ooh, the lesser teleport going down. And, yeah, as I said, I think Shark should just double move. There is no vine in the zone. And then even if he does pull, it's sort of like, okay, I got a free little thing there. I don't think attacking the Bloodspine Wall is a good choice, though. I dig the lesser teleport out for Werekingdom. That was a nice play. Oh, he's just gonna walk through. No, he's not. All right, good. Because as you say, there's a guard, man. That is one of the nice parts about the guarding back here is that the lesser teleport. It's kind of weird to think about, but like you teleport and you're like, I'm guarding, and then like you're not disoriented at all. You're just immediately like, yeah, I can still guard. What up? And he's gonna attack this Bloodspine Wall. I do think that he should just double move, but 5 dice. He's trying to take it out. He does get the kill. Very nice play there. And again, if he would attack the mage, that would have been 1 damage. And that's not really worth the hit. But nicely done for Shark here. The Storm Lasher is going to attack the brute. 2 damage! Dang, and Shark does not have enough mana to bring this back to life. This is just a dead brute. Man, that brute just got brutalized. But seriously, like, that was really lucky for Werekingdom, but that being said, that is why resilient creatures are always dangerous. Like, you always go, oh, I just didn't get lucky and he died. Like, that does happen. I mean, he threw enough dice to make it happen, but it was good there. Alright, so does Werekingdom keep Verskin or Barkskin? Yes, he does. He's really a tree now. And is he going to... Yes, he is going to transfer 2 damage, putting him at 16, going below the half. Man, and Werekingdom's doing a great job of just keeping the enemy at bay and just recovering as much life as possible. There is still 2 armor on for Werekingdom. It is Sharkbait's initiative. So this should actually this should be a big play for Shark. 19 mana. I think that last round was pretty dang good. We have the teleport wand out. So we might start seeing all sorts of wonky plays. And yeah. I mean, are we going to see more Bloodspine Walls? Now, Werekingdom has 15 mana, and that means he could probably cast pretty much whatever he wants to do. It's just a question of what is the right choice. Sharkbait at 19. Ooh, man, this is getting to be that part of the game where like it's very tough to figure out how you want to beat this. I mean, Drain Soul is of course a really good spell for the Necromancer because you take -6 life. And it also activates the Plague Master ability, which means instead of, basically healing 2 around through the tree generation, you heal 1. I don't really know. Maybe that Skeletal Archer play we were talking about, he can hope to get lucky with the Skeletal Knight, maybe. But regardless, we're going to have to see Werekingdom see some teleport plays here. I think soon. No deployment happens, and we immediately see a card go down this Druid has all sorts of enchantments, and it is going to be a Mage Bane. The second one I think we've seen so far. Great play, just sort of making sure that damage keeps up. I dig it out of Shark. This is a very good Shark Dark Mage play here. This is kind of typical is what we see out of him, and that is the Mage Banes come down when you plan something else, so you know you're going to get some good damage out of it. The chances that Werekingdom doesn't have spells prep that he wants to cast with 15 mana and nothing on the Vine Tree is very unlikely. It looks like a defense is rolled. Oh, jeez. 5 damage on that 3-die attack and the snatch. So much damage going down onto this Skeletal Knight. And if I were Sharkbait, I'd probably just use it right now. Like, I see no reason why you would want to wait. Just get that damage now, you know? This might be a dead knight. I guess he could try to, like, teleport. Or something shenanigans-wise, but I don't know if that would really be useful. If all these plants just got, like, teleport in the corner, that'd actually be pretty funny. It'd be funny if, like, the counter to Druid was just, like, 3 teleport ones and putting them in a corner. Yeah, with an Astral Anchor or something, you know? Alright, he's going to pass. I mean, I guess either way you have plenty of other damage. Like, he's probably not going to die for 1 hit. But we're at 5 damage now for the Skeletal Knight. Druid's going to use his Quick Cast, setting his damage up to 17. The Surging Wave, great play. That means this Skeletal Knight may not be able to actually get any damage done. It does get pushed and slammed, so it getting a daze now. I don't like that for I don't like that at all for Shark. And of course, he could have actually just guarded too. That would have saved him. But now that it's dazed, we might see the Skeleton Knight just do nothing. But there is a glimmer of hope. We have a tree. We could see some sort of movement. I'm just putting it out there. It's going to pass again. Yeah, I mean, if he chooses to use this guy first, that was a really good pass out of a Shark there. 2 more damage. No snatch. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure how I feel about this play right now. But, oh my goodness. 4 armor, or 4 life, 1 armor. This Thorn Lasher probably won't kill it. Of course, these Thorn Lashers have been doing crazy damage. And that means that we'd have to see Werekingdom use an attack spell next round. Oh, if he uses this Thorn Lasher, it's a big deal. No, he's going to use this guy. Okay. I mean, honestly, using the Mage and just double moving may not be the worst play right now. He's doing it. He's doing it. He's moving. I think he should have moved here. Alright, let's see. Does he get the snatch? He doesn't get the snatch, but he gets the kill. Oh, what could it have been? These Thorn Lashers doing crazy damage. Oh, man. That really stinks. And it looks like Shark's going, okay, I have you cornered. I'm rushing for this tree, man. Like, he just is, he's going for it, man. I dig the play. I mean, either way, that Skeleton Knight was dead. Like, it was, that damage was going to happen. Like, I guess Shark could have saved his Quick Cast and, you know, moved to, but he didn't really know what was going on. It looks like the Poison Blood is going to get targeted here. And, man, another Dispel coming out for Werekingdom. That's going to mean that now Barkskin can heal 2 on top of the 2 for the Vine Tree. So, pretty tough there when it comes to Sharkbait's choices. Like, are we seeing a dwindling, dying Sharkbait option kind of thing? He still has 36 cards, so that's quite a bit. Werekingdom at 50, so it'd be kind of funny if Werekingdom had no more teleports. Because these guys can't actually attack the Tanglevine, so we'd have to, like, 3-die attack. It's like, my Tanglevine, I can't kill it. We are going to see Werekingdom regenerate 2. Let's see here. And so we need 2 damage out of the Vine Tree, then. I'm not sure what he was at before. Cool. Just making sure. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't remember if one of the guys here attacked him when the knight could have moved away. I don't remember that. So anyway, Sharkbait has 19 mana again. Like, losing that Skeleton Knight, like, he probably wasn't going to. And so I think that was a good play to try to just try to make it through. But, you know, the dice side of Werekingdom means that he just lost it, which is, you know, something you have to adapt to in this game. So, basically, Sharkbait is now in the state where he needs to make something happen either with the tree or the Druid, and he needs to make it happen soon, of course, because the more regeneration that happens, the harder it's going to be to deal with this Druid. That being said, we see a deploy of a Vine right here in the center zone. Nothing comes out of this tree. 15 men on Werekingdom. So let's see what happens here. Sharkbait doesn't have initiative. So it is going to be Werekingdom's turn. He is going to pass. And so is Shark. Okay, action phases. We might just see a ton of passing happen here for Shark because he wants as much time to himself as he can get. And 2 more damage in this Mana Crystal. Okay, and let's see what happens here. Shark is passing. This is going to be most of the round. Is this Mana Crystal getting vined? No damage on that. And Werekingdom has something up his sleeve too. We just gotta wait and see what that is. Guard on the Snapper. Probably a guard on this one too. No guard. Interesting. And he is going to use his Mage's action first. for a mage wand. You see a teleport? I bet we see a teleport. Teleport wand is, of course, when you're druid, that's what you want, because you're going to need something to actually make sure your creatures move around. Oh, it's a Dispel wand. So that might be the last Dispel out for Werekingdom. Alright, and there's the Skeletal Archer. And this will sort of ping at the tree. 9 mana, of course, being on that. Is he going to Eternal Servant it? Yes, he is. And the nice part about Eternal Servant on the Archer is he gets Piercing 1. And then we're going to see an Acid Ball go down. This is to get rid of the 2 armor on it. And let's see. And if you get damage, it's also nice. It doesn't get any damage, but he does get the 2 Corrode so that we can see gradual damage go down. So I dig that play from Sharkbait there. And now if he has some sort of attack spell, like another rock or something, that's what you want to use against the tree. We'll probably see the tree go down to 2 damage. And let's see, Werekingdom's at 18 right now. So he should go down to 16. Yeah, see, it was automatic here, but when I pointed out before, he had us manually set it. Don't really know what's up with that. Just weird. Anyway. Looks like, man, this is such a weird game right now. So basically, 4 dice every round on this tree means you'll get 4 damage, 2 will stick. So Shark really needs to spend his 15 mana to get some serious damage down on this vine tree. If he can, and it looks like Werekingdom's going to actually move the damage from the tree to his mage. Great play there. And he can actually, I mean, it has 0 armor, 12 life, so he basically needs to figure out how can I get as much damage down as possible. The Krailthor comes down for Werekingdom, and this is something you have to react to now that you're Sharkbait. I mean, it's a big creature, and this thing can totally just kill everything on the field, so yikes. Another damage goes on this mana crystal. Can't take it out. And we see a card go on the Druid here. Just sort of more prep. It could be any of those nature spells. I mean, it could be like... Nope, he's saying sorry. Alright. Shark's gonna keep passing. And this Dispel one means most of these curses are just gonna be gone. If he gets rid of the agony, he can start... Oh no, 0 damage on this mana crystal? That's unfortunate. I mean, I guess he could teleport Krailthor 2 every round until he can kill the tree. It's a little mana intensive, but I mean, he's got 11 channel for right now. And nice shot from the Archer, getting 5 damage through. And the way that Werekingdom is now playing, he's going to keep transferring that. So basically, 4 healing on the tree every round. So Shark really needs to burst it down. He has both of his actions. I mean, he could double rock or boulder rock. Something like that would actually be really nice. Werekingdom's going to start attacking his own Tanglevine, dealing 4 damage to it with 3 dice. And this is a big move for Shark. He is going to Elemental Wand. Okay, so he's got the dual wand mage. Let's see what he ends up putting on it. And he has a range 2 spell. He has a Hurl Boulder Wand. Oh, what? 7 dice going at this tree, and it's going to deal not 7 damage. Dude. That is unfortunate for Sharkbait. He just needed average. Of course, the Skeleton Archer did roll above, so really it's about what he should be at right now. So that means we'll have a dead tree next round, most likely. It's going to be Sharkbait's initiative, so he'll be able to shoot it with his bow. And I mean, when he takes that out, he's going to have to deal with his Krelthor, which he has a Boulder Wand. And the Druid's really going to have to think about how she can start probably dissolving stuff. It's so weird. So this time, he set it lower, but the regen, it's so weird that chat changes like that. Because it said he regenerated, but this happened. But the last upkeep, it didn't actually say this part. So yeah, this will most likely be a dead vine tree, probably from the archer. I don't think trees can cast anything that blocks line of sight. So yeah. Oh man, these wands. These wands are coming out. I think a lot of this game now depends on these wands. Like, Shark's damage is coming from this now, and he needs to keep that up. I would have... Let me think about this. Would it have been better if he did the Hurl Boulder Wand earlier? Like, when this Deathlock was over here, could he have just pulled it out then and just killed this tree? I don't really know. Regardless, we do see an enchantment go down onto Krelthor. Probably an Agony. Which Agony would be pretty good. I mean, instead of 6 dice against this archer, it's 4. Werekingdom's going to pass. And we see the passing happen for Shark, not trying to just take advantage of this. And he's just saying, never mind, okay. And this should take out the tree if he rolls average. Just, below average even. And he does roll below, but it is enough to take out the tree. So we have a successful dead tree. That would be a little achievement if you play video games. It pops up, kill the Druid tree. So yeah, it brings Werekingdom down to 30. Means he can't regenerate by the tree anymore, so he has to rely on bark skin, and like healing and stuff like that. And so now Shark has to go, do I play the long game and kill every one of your creatures? There's the Agony. So 4 dice against this archer, and he gets 4 damage. Or do I try to just boulder your mage to death? And there is no more automatic casting for the Druid. So it's all on her now. Man, this is... when you lose the tree as the Druid, it stinks. But if you have a good enough board state, you can still easily win. But I don't know if I'd call this a good board state for Werekingdom. I call this just it's... I mean, he has more channel than what Shark's about to have. Shark going down to 10 channel because this Vine Snapper killed the Mana Crystal. I mean, he's probably going to use his main action to punch this Tanglevine, as Puddin is saying in the chat. So it's going to be a weird thing, because, like, how do you... I mean, like, obviously the Werekingdom's going to go after your wand. Like, that's going to be, like, just something that he does. Probably both. Because if he can take care of the wands, then he's going to take care of the game. Oh, he's not going to attack. Interesting. Falcon's coming out. Choosing not to attack his Tanglevine, but instead casting some animals. That'll give him some good mobility. And, I mean, Thunderer Falcon's just a great level 1 creature. Like, he's kind of just, like, boss, man. Like, you compare him to, like, I don't know, like, the Bitterwood Fox or something. You're just like, no, dude, just go Falcon, you know? Only one close is honestly things like, you know, going out of school, like the War School. Looks like... What is Shark doing? He's targeting his Necromancer. Looks like he's deciding. Shark's making some tough choices here. I mean, he basically has 3 cards to choose from. He can cast any of them, I'm guessing. And, yeah, this is going to be tough. Looks like he's going to go after Kralthor. And, I mean, it has regen, too. So it's a little tricky to try and kill this guy. I mean, I guess next round he could, like, quick cast and then shoot it and then use your boulder again. That would probably kill him, but... I mean, it's probably worth it to do that. Shark's thinking about this. At the same time, like, I kind of think that Werekingdom... Shark needs to dissolve this Mage Wand, because this Dispel is really unfortunate. I mean, I kind of think bouldering the Mage isn't a bad choice. It is his initiative next round. Shark's initiative. Alright, well, he's going to attack Kralthor. He gets 10 damage out of that die, putting Kralthor up to 9. That was nice. This will probably die to another boulder during quick cast, is my guess. But it will go down to 7, so it'll need... You know, it'll need 6 to die, so that's reasonable. And it looks like a Dispel Wand getting some action. Getting rid of the Agony on the Druid. I'm guessing that Werekingdom is out of teleports. Just guessing, though. And Werekingdom's going to go down to 14 damage. Now going again just below half damage. And it being at only 2 armor. I mean, boulders can dish out the damage. I don't know how many more spells that Sharkbait has, but I mean, he's at 10 mana, so he doesn't really have a ton to work with. And yeah, we're in a weird state right now. He'll probably dispel the Chains of Agony. It's only 3 mana. He's only got 9 mana to work with. So, I mean, he probably can't cast too much. Probably punch the Tanglevine, dispel the Chains of Agony, and then, you know, probably just move forward. Maybe the Falcon goes last, so the Archer can't shoot him. I mean, as Sharkbait, spending the 3 mana to try to shoot him, you get 4 dice against basically 0 armor because of piercing ones. You're not going to kill it, so you might as well try to boulder it as your first main action. Because you can either teleport or boulder. I guess you could, if you choose to teleport, then he'll get attack off, but you'll get your punch off, so that'd be, I mean, 2 extra dice, or 2 extra damage, basically. And, of course, if he kills the archer from some crazy way, can he actually do it? Yes, he can. If he does kill the archer, then suddenly you have to deal with more life than that. It's a weird game for sure. And yeah, both of them are just planning here. I mean, Shark has 30 cards left on the field. Werekingdom has 44. So in terms of longevity, probably Werekingdom has more choices. And this game probably won't end soon. I mean, it could theoretically just end. I mean, you get a max damage boulder, you know. Alright, let's see what Shark does here. He is going to pass on his quick cast. I mean, should he have bouldered there? I don't know, man. Yeah, he's going to actually teleport. He pays 6. Okay, so this Kralthor can't actually attack again, but it could just walk away. I mean, he gets 4 dice, piercing 1, and dang, he gets 5 damage again out of that. That's nice, but the Kralthor is not dead. Like, it's going to just keep regenerating. Like, if I were Werekingdom, I'd probably just run him away. That's exactly what he's doing. Yeah. I mean, there's no reason to risk him dying when he has regen, too. Plus, you have a Dispel wand, you can just get rid of the agony. Like, there's just a ton of good choices there. And Shark's at 4 mana now, so... Oh, man, this is tough. And Werekingdom's going to attack his Tanglevine. Written 5 dice there. I think that's enough to kill it. Yeah. So we have a free mage now. Next round we'll see her doing whatever she needs to do. I mean, Shark got lucky with that roll, too. And he didn't kill it. So I don't know if I agree with that teleport at all, man. Like, just kill it and move forward. Because that's another creature you have to worry about. You know, regenerating and coming back. And suddenly you're splitting damage up. And it's just not going to work out well. All these plants. This is crazy. So it is going to be Shark's turn soon. Are we going to see the Falcon? Probably the Falcon is the one that should wait. Just because it has fast and it can hit wherever Shark wants to go. Oh, he's going to switch his spell out. Getting rid of the Horror Boulder. Interesting. He chooses not to actually switch it out. Okay. Makes sense to me. Alright. And it is going to be Werekingdom's initiative next round, so this bird will probably get a hit in before the archer can. Meridia's Blessing comes out. No. Oh, that's going to be bad news now for Shark, because this Krailthor just is not going to regen 4, and it's just going to keep regenning, so really unfortunate there. No, and Shark can't even double move and then boulder because there's a vine here, so he'd have to teleport 1, move 1, and then do it. So it's his whole action there is doing that. It's a little bit brutal for Shark to deal with. Yeah, this is slipping more and more out of Sharkbait's hands, I think. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him just target Werekingdom's mage at some point, because it's sort of like you're not going to win any other way. I mean, like, something like Arcane Corruption would be nice, because there's so much. I mean, it's 3 around. You still have to see if this is a nullify, though. But we see him just... Shark's basically slowly dwindling. And these wands, they are really good, but it means you don't have the creatures out instead. Because you're relying on dice from this. Yeah, so man, I mean, this is just rough. Like I'm not really sure how Shark is going to lay on the damage here. I mean, does he have more curses? That's also another thing to consider, but at some point in time, like, if he ever gets in these center zones, like, he is just going to get pushed and pulled everywhere, and just tons of damage is going to happen. Alright, well, we're going to the quick cast now, so... I mean, bouldering the Falcon actually wouldn't be that bad of a plan. It's not too much of a mana loss, and if you get rid of those creatures, it's nice. But regardless, we are... And yeah, this is really smart of Werekingdom to place the Vine here. The Chitin armor comes out. Yeah, Werekingdom's just saying, okay, I'm just going to start armoring up, regenning, and you're just not going to be able to break my defense. Werekingdom's playing this very smart here. I mean, Shark could still kill Krailthor if he teleported 1, moved 1, and then bouldered, but I don't like that move a lot. This guard is nice. 0 damage from that bird is nice too. So I mean, now this archer can kill a bird most likely. The 3-die counterattack. Getting 3 damage. So yeah, I mean, this archer can now just shoot up, and that'll be a nice kill there. I guess what I'd like to see now is just... Oh, but he has 0 armor. Oh, man. And with a Druid that doesn't have Tanglevine anymore, like, he's going to take a ton of damage. Like, he has to sort of just boulder his way through, I think. Like, I guess if you wanted to go for the long game, you boulder your way through, muscle it out, get whatever creatures you have out, defend as long as possible, and just, like, move out. You'll have to deal with Kralthor later, and, you know, you'll have a beefed up Druid. But it's better than, you know, taking risks that you don't need to. He doesn't want to take his Skeletor Archer's action, which is interesting to me. Maybe he wants to see if the Druid's going to move or something. Because, I mean, statistically, though, like, if he did a Boulder and an Archer around, that would be a dead Thornlasher around. So, like, if he just, like, slowly advanced up and did tons of... Ooh, this Kralthor moved to the left. It's sort of just, like, enticing Shark to, like, get in dangerous positions. Archer is going to kill this bird. Thunder Falcon is still such a good creature. But, I mean, it took a punch in a bow shot, which is nice. Should have done some damage, but whatever. I mean, with Sharkbait's initiative next round, moving up and bouldering would actually be a great choice. Even if he gets snatched, like, he has a teleport wand. Then again, does Werekingdom have a dissolve ready? You know? Ah. We have an advancing Druid. Okay. I mean, we know that Shark has a Nullify, so during quick cast he won't be able to do that. Oh no. Alright. Werekingdom uses in the Force Push, forcing the Skeletal Archer to get in position. It is, of course, Shark's initiative next round. Oh, he's just going to counter that way. Okay, sounds good. And that was a good play for Shark, just saying, no, he's going to come back here, you're not going to do that. The zombie minion comes out. So yeah, we're gonna excuse my coughing here. We're gonna see. So basically, the minion comes out. So Shark is saying, I need to just start gearing up, getting as strong as possible. Maybe I can still outcreate you in the long run. And I don't disagree with that play. I mean, I think the boulder to Kralthor's face probably was the better move, because you would have needed one under, and you still would have gotten the kill. But now it's just so far off. There's no point. But, I mean, the minion is basically good support. And zombie minion in general is that sweet spot of level 2 creatures where you're resilient, you're lumbering, not slow like the other zombies, and you get 4 dice. So it's nice. I will be right back. Alright. And we are going back to this game. Immediately the Seeking Dispel comes out, and a Brace Yourself goes away for Sharkbait. Or, I'm sorry, Werekingdom's Mage. That's the third Brace Yourself we've seen. So Werekingdom obviously favoring the Brace Yourself. That being said, he is at, 4 armor, regardless. That's still pretty good. And we do have a Skeletal Archer in range. So let's see if what he chooses to attack. He is going to attack a Druid. Not sure how much I agree with this choice here, but there's 3 armor, basically. Jeez. Of course, when you roll max damage, is great, or almost. So out of that 4 dice, you are going to get 4 damage through, putting Werekingdom up at that half damage range. So nice play there for Shark. And it's just free damage, I guess, you know? Like I said, and the minor teleport, or lesser teleport, does come out for Werekingdom. Means that he's going to get super aggressive against his Archer. And Shark has the mana to reanimate it. So there is that. That being said, 3... I said that word a lot. 3 damage going on this dude, this Archer, and then the snatch happening. Where can we just punch this guy to death? Of course, there is a lumbering, a pest zombie minion, so that guard may not actually do that much. I don't know if Shark actually remembers that he's pest or not. Because he's not a brute. He is a tiny dude. We are going to see the Dissolve go down against the Mage Wand, so no more Dispels. So are we going to see more Curses then? And that's Shark's turn. Werekingdom at 10 mana. And he has another Lesser Teleport, so what is he going to pull? Is the big question. And give me one second. Oh, he's going to go after the Mage. Okay, so he's looking to get some damage through. Force Orb does get revealed. Great play from Shark here. Let's see if this Force Orb ends up doing anything. No, it fails. That's unfortunate. And then ton of damage, but no Snatch. Ha! That's funny, man. Sharkbait going up to 6 damage, though. This Krailthor is going to be at full life next round. And so it's getting aggressive. So, cool turnaround from Werekingdom, bringing him back out. And now you have to deal with the 0 damage Krailthor. This is getting tricky for Shark here. This is not an easy situation for him. Hi, Kiwi. And anyway. So it is going to be Werekingdom's initiative this round. So, what to do here? What to do? So basically, this minion is probably... I mean, Shark needs to commit here. Is he going to actually kill Krailthor or not? Because otherwise, if he's not going to, he needs to kill the mage. And he needs to deal that 17 damage against 4 armor as soon as possible. I mean, Ghoul Rot, Arcane Corruption, those would be good choices. Poison Blood would also be a good choice, just to sort of get over the long run, like, and start bouldering, see if you can out-damage your opponent. There's also this line here of Thorn Lashes, so you need to deal with that too. Like, there's a ton of damage that might go down against Sharkbait, so he needs to be careful. And it looks like we're going on the first very quick planning here. Another card goes down on Werekingdom's Mate. Is this another Brace Yourself? That would be crazy. Regardless, we see an enchantment. Is there a Nullify? Nullify? Oh, there isn't a Nullify, so it could be a number of curses that we've seen, or more to come. Oh, I'd love to see an Arcane Corruption. That'd be so cool to watch. Could be a Poison Blood as well. Krailthor's going to move in. And we're going to see a Devour happen here. That would mean the Eternal Servant doesn't work. And it does kill this Skeletor Archer. And Sharkbait totally forgot that this is a pest. Which is the downside of zombies, is most of them are pests. So that is an obliterated Archer. Oh man, this is looking weird for Shark again. I don't know how he's gonna do this. Like, if he chooses to move, he's just gonna get the train. He has to rely on that Force Orb. Sharkbait doing some weird stuff here. Like, depending on what curse this is. I mean, what would be the best curse, I guess? Like, Poison Blood? Maybe? Maybe Arcane Corruption? Like, if Shark could figure out a way to get a ton of damage on the Druid, and then just hole up into some place and survive. Like, something like this bottom corner here. Like, he could just win over time. And he's got a teleport wand on top of that. Or he could just lay on the boulders and hope for the best. Like, it's not done for Shark yet. Again, Shark has 0 armor, so... Like, melee to the face is going to hurt a lot. And here's the Dissolve going on. The Crumble, I mean. And, man, it's the second Crumble we've seen out of Werekingdom, too, so... Lots of ways to deal with equipment. And of course, he has Nullify, we know, on Shark, so that's not happening. So let's see. Yep, we're going to see the attack. This is probably the best choice this minion can make. Just get as much damage out as you can, because you're probably going to die. There is 4 armor out for Werekingdom, so we see 2 damage. The Rhino Hide says now 6 armor. Still 2 damage going through, so interesting that he revealed that Rhino Hide there. He didn't have to. But regardless, oh, we're going to see a Thorn Lasher. Probably going to be a Force Orb, so it doesn't get in the train. That Force Orb just not working. My cat is going crazy. There is going to be a Snatch and another 2 damage. So if I were Shark, I'd probably just move down 1 and then just hurl Boulder. I mean, at this point in time, I'm not really... Well, then again, if he has curses. Yep, he has curses. Okay. And it's going to be Sharkbait's initiative next round. Oh, man, if one of those is Arcane Corruption, that would be... Oh, this would be so funny. Arcane Corruption, Poison Blood would be what I'd like to see right now. Because he'll drop the Bark Skin if there's a Poison Blood. And my cat is going crazy in this wall. And then he'll still take 2 damage out of the enchants that he has down. Zombie Minion's going to take 3 damage, getting snatched. Zombie Minion's like, goodbye! It's like, normally out of zombie flicks you see zombies pull away the dude. Now we're seeing the plants do the same thing against the zombie. Truly a Plants vs. Zombies situation. No damage on the minion this time. And this minion's just kind of off in the wind now. Like, it's just kind of... It's going to be tossed and turned for the next whatever round. Unless there's another Force Push, which then that wouldn't be too bad. Alright, so, what are we going to reveal here? We see the Poison Blood get revealed. So that means no regeneration for Werekingdom. He is stuck at 15 out of 30. Oh my god, this is getting so good. Now, of course, he's at 6 armor. So really, this Hurl Boulder probably won't do much. You have to rely on crits. Like, maybe you'll get 2 or 3 damage, something like that. You can't really rely on a ton, though. Yeah, so it really does... And Werekingdom's also at 21 mana, so if he has something like Remove Curse, like, you'd want to wait to see if it gets there. But if it is, like... Poison Blood, Chains of Agony. Like, I'm curious to see how much stuff Werekingdom has to deal with this sort of book. So yeah, there's going to be some thinking going on. Not too quick of an upkeep. We're in planning phase. Karathor's in a great spot here. Basically, you need a Snatch to happen in one of these zones, and then Karathor just munch down. I like the Force Orb a lot. It's just really unfortunate it's not working. You know, out of 2 defenses, it didn't work. It's kind of one of those things that if the RNG isn't working for you, you're just going to die. And Sharkbait's at 8 out of 32, so he's not dead anytime soon. But he has 17 mana. Man, so let's just talk about this really quick. A Drained Soul would mean he goes with 38, but that would mean Werekingdom would go down to 24 life out of 15. So you probably want to get... So he needs basically 7 more damage and then a Drained Soul, which, you know, is at least 2 rounds of stuff. So it is possible for Shark to do this. You just have to line it up right. And Werekingdom, of course, has 19 mana, so him wanting to spend that in some sort of way to get rid of the Poison Blood would keep him in the game too. So let's see how much he has for that. Alright, so it is Sharkbait's initiative. Let's see what he wants to do here. Yeah, he's going to start passing. He wants to see, I think, what Werekingdom's going to be doing. Another enchantment goes down on the Druid. Oh, man, if there's an Arcane Corruption, I will laugh. It would be so funny to watch that. Epic said, if it's not Arcane Corruption on there, then it's fine. But let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'd be 4 damage. So if you got... Okay, hear me out on this, guys. if you got 3 damage on this mage, right? Put him up to 18. And then there's 4 enchantments on. If you reveal an Arcane Corruption, I put him up to 21. Okay, maybe that wouldn't work. Never mind. He needs more damage than that, dang it. I'm just trying to figure out a way if we can Drain Soul this win for Shark here. Does he get the 1 extra damage from Plague Master on top of that? Oh my goodness. Double move from Krailthor. Alright, I don't know if that was the best choice. Just because this Thorn Lasher pulling would have been better. But, that Force Orb just is not working, man. I mean, if the Snatch happens here, he's just going to move down. Like, Shark's very safe in this. 4 damage going through for that 3 dice. Like, the thing about using attack spells right now is it's just 6 armor is just super hard to get through. Like, you gotta hope with attack spells that it'll work. And Shark should really move down 1. He's thinking about it. Does that dude have 4 fingers? It looks like he has 4 fingers. This is the 4-fingered mage. And we're going to see him walk away from Krailthor. Great move from Shark to save that extra damage as time goes by. He is going to hurl Boulder. Alright, and we're going to see Glancing Blow get revealed. Great choice from Werekingdom. No damage. Oh no. But the slam does happen. Now, that doesn't necessarily put Werekingdom at a leading position suddenly, but it delays any sort of move that Shark's trying to make. And another enchantment going down into Werekingdom. Holy cow, dude! So many enchantments. And it looks like we're seeing another creature go down. Grizzly Bear comes out of Werekingdom. And, I mean, the damage is there to kill Shark. There is no doubt about that. It's just, can he get that slippery Necromancer? And we're going to see it looks like this zombie when he's just getting out of the way of other lashers from snatching. And that's going to be the end of the round. We're going to switch over to Werekingdom's initiative here. Oh, the Arcane Corruption! The Arcane Corruption. Yes. I love me some Arcane Corruption, man. Let's take a look at this damage. 1, 2, oh yeah. 3. 3 damage unless he gets rid of Barkskin, which it would bring him down 2 armor down to 4. And that regen also isn't working, so it's totally reasonable for him to want to actually get rid of this this Barkskin. But how sweet is that? How sweet is that? It'd be 3 damage right now, or 2 and 2 less armor. Better for the Boulder, because you get 2 more. You know, he is going to keep the Barkskin. He probably figures that the 2 damage from Hurl Boulder is worth it. But that's going to put Werekingdom at 18 damage. Oh, this game, it's not over. It is definitely not. Werekingdom's at 10 mana. Granted, there is a bear out and a Krailthor. Like, he could get some serious damage on his mage, where Sharkbait could, he could die this round. And of course, Shark only being at 9 mana, like, that is getting tricky. Like, it's starting to get in that position where you can't really, you can't really do much this round. And Werekingdom, if he doesn't move his mage, that'll be a nice 3-die attack that Shark will get. Granted, it's against 4 or 6 armor. But, you know, that's sort of, if you get 1 or 2 crit, that could mean the difference of the game. So, yeah, I mean, it's... Oh, man, this game is so close. Like, I don't think it's anyone's game yet. And that Arcane Corruption dealing 3 damage around is gonna get brutal. And it's so expensive to get rid of. And, like, if you choose to just purge your mage, like... Well, I guess we don't know what this card is, do we? Yeah, what does Shark have here? This is a Shark card, right? Yeah, it's a Shark card. So, I mean, like... Ah! The Surging Wave's going to go down into... onto the Necromancer. It is going to get the Slam and 2 damage. Now, there is still a Force Orb, which is not affected by being slammed. So, that's why Force Orb rocks. Granted, it hasn't worked this whole game, so, woot. This does mean, though, that, of course, Shark can't actually use his Hurl Boulder. He's going to Lesser Teleport, so he's getting out of range of the Steel Claw Grizzly. Does not want to take damage unless it's needed. And now it can pass away its time. Hopefully the Force Orb will work against Thornlasher. I mean, at this point in time, you want to take risks like that. Like, you want to just say, like, it's got to work for me sometime. If this doesn't pull me, then I'm really, really safe this round. There is no snatch from this Thornlasher or damage on the zombie minion. Going to get a nice 3-die attack. I think, honestly, this minion should move in. Just deal the 4 damage. Like... Yeah, he's going to do that. I mean, he might get 1, maybe 2, but that's 1 or 2 that may really matter. Or he'll get 3 damage on the 4-die attack, putting Werekingdom at 21 out of 30. Oh my gosh, this is so scary. I mean, Krailthor should probably just eat the minion. Probably have a bear double move. Or, no, try to have a snatch first. And then a bear move. It might have been better to actually wait in the minion. Just a snatch, get the bear in, snatch, get that in. Regardless, this minion, I mean, tore apart at Barkskin, and then he just dies to Krailthor. Krailthor going up to Sharkbait saying obliteration. The excitement out of Sharkbait, I think, is running high. The energy there. I mean, this Krailthor is now super tough. Still not sure if he should have actually just killed him a long time ago, but that was a long time ago. Thornlash is trying to go at him. Now, Force Orb. This is why Force Orb is good. So, if it works here, it's a big deal. It does work! It works, Shark! Everything's lining up, man. It's all lining up! And he should just pass. And until... the mage has to go. I mean, the druid moving down 1 would be smart. I think... I mean, honestly, maybe Shark should just... Well, do you risk a boulder? Like, he has a daze on him if he does that. Ugh. And we are going to see a movement. It's going to be a damage, of course, because of the... Chains of Agony. Oh, and the Enfeeble goes down. Great as well. So it's slow mage now. Yeah, he does get it. So that puts him up at 22. Oh, man, it is getting crazy. And, like, I don't even know if Shark should actually drain. Or, I mean, Boulder this round. Oh, he can't. He has 3 mana. Ha! Because he revealed the Enfeeble. So... That is interesting, because it is going to be Shark's initiative next round. So did he do the Enfeeble so that he couldn't have any other options? Shark won't have enough mana to drain Soul next round. He's going to enchant himself. Okay. And the bear is probably just going to double move. Holy cow, man. So Werekingdom is going to go up to 24 or 5, depending on if he keeps Bearskin. Alright, let's make sure of that. If he doesn't keep Bearskin, If he doesn't keep Barkskin, that means Hurl Boulder could do 2 more damage, as opposed to just taking the 1 damage from Arcane Corruption. So this is a weird trade-off for Werekingdom to make during upkeep. I mean, being 8 away from death... Oh my goodness, it's so tough. And whatever enchantment's on Shark is probably... Like, what would this be? A Brace Yourself, maybe? Just to, like... Because he knows he's about to go in the fray, so he wants to survive as much as possible, maybe. I mean, it could be a Cura's Favor or something like that, but... This game state... Yeah, he is going to pay the upkeep for Barkskin. And no, he's not. He's going to get rid of Barkskin, so... Putting him down to 4 armor. And, you know, against Hurl Boulder, which it'll deal 3 damage, which means during upkeep you would die. Oh my goodness. If Shark has just like a... If he has 1 more Ghoul Rot, then Werekingdom dies during upkeep. If he... Is Drain Soul... Drain Soul's range 2, I think. No, I think Drain Soul's range 1, but it's quick cast. And Drain Life is, I think, the same exact thing. So... Oh man, Drain Life would be good, but he can't move 2. He'd have to teleport 1 or push, and then move 1 and then drain. But oh, look at this, 6 mana. He does do the Wall of Bones here, so he's gonna block this whole thing. He's gonna say, "I'm gonna take a bear to the face," but that's fine. The Tanglevine going down, but to what end? Like, does that mean Werekingdom has a chance to get rid of this stuff? If he has a Dispel to get rid of Arcane Corruption, that'd actually be pretty sweet. Oh man, this game. Grizz is going to immediately just take advantage and say, "I'm going to hit you in the face." With a Heavy Claw Strike. The block gets revealed, so no damage from this attack. Alright. Good move from Shark there. I mean, if you... Oh man, there's no real good way to do this if we're Werekingdom. He can, I mean, he can get 6 dice here, another 6 die, that would take out the Wall of Bones. Sharkbait's passion. Alright, and a bunch of creatures are basically getting used for nothing. It's one of the downsides of being a druid, is your creatures can't move. And he's going to get rid of Poison Blood. But he just got rid of Barkskin. Oh no, he just got rid of Barkskin though. He doesn't have the... So he'll go up to 28 damage during upkeep. Or no, 27. And Sharkbait's only at 3 mana, so he can't really do too much. Oh man, this game just keeps getting more and more to the wire, man. Oh man, this is so rough. And he's gonna punch his Tanglevine. And well, it'll be a very, very slow kill of this Tanglevine if that's what he's planning on doing. Oh, he's going to switch the spell. taking out the boulder, putting another spell on his wand. Interesting. What could that be? I mean, if it's like a hurl meteorite, look out. This Thorn Lasher didn't attack this wall. Probably should have. That's the end of the round. So 2 damage onto the Druid, putting her up to 27. Ooh, and it's also going to be Werekingdom's initiative, so Shark won't have the chance to really do anything. Like, he won't have a full cast to do a range 3 spell. Like, this is truly to the wire. Like, literally, like two level 4 nature creatures are at Shark's zone, ready to just maul him to death, and he's just sitting there like, I'm a Necromancer that's Tanglevined. Well, the Druid's just sitting over here in their other corner, just like, I only need 3 more life and I'm dead. Holy cow. I mean, if you choose to get Barkskin on, you're going to regen 2, but you'll take 1 more damage. So basically, you're like netting 1 instead of netting -2. So it is a good choice. I'm sorry. So yeah, you basically would break even every round. Nope, you'd be -1, wouldn't you? Because you're at regen 2 and then 3 enchantments. So you net 1 in that sense. Does Shark have another teleport? This is the old meta of you have to carry 4 teleports or you just die. Shark is really taking his time to decide this. He's got 10 mana. So, you know, if you spend 3 on a teleport, you have 7 then. Maybe that's why he switched out his spell, because he'd only have 7 mana this round. So that means that he would have to probably switch it out for like a rock or an acid ball, like something that he would probably have. Yeah, Shark's taking his time here. This cannot be an easy choice. This game is so close. Like, 3 damage, that's all he needs. Like, if he can just corner the Druid in some sort of way, like, he would be able to have initiative next round and just, like, get the damage down. I mean, even another Poison Blood is all he would need. I guess he'd need 1 more damage on top of the Poison Blood. I guess he could Theft of Life. Or not Theft of Life. Well, he could do that too. But, what is that one spell called? That other, like, Siphon Life, I think. That would also work. And that's... Is that range 1? Might be range 0/0. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Be a little bit tougher to do. Sharkbait is changing his cards again. This is I think this shows just how tense this moment is right now. Like a 4-die creature against your mage. Another 7 dice. You gotta get out of here. And we probably won't see Shark use his first quick cast for anything. We are going to see another enchantment go down. Oh, a force push go down. So, really wants to get out of here. I mean, still within range too, though, but maybe during the first action we'll see him just move down. That would be all his actions then. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shark doesn't have a teleport. He does get the slam, though. This is gonna get nasty. This is gonna get really nasty to watch. Yeah, I just, I'm not sure Shark can make it through if he doesn't have a teleport. I think this game is over. I mean, there is still, of course, you know, Arcane Corruption's damage, so if he can hold out, you know, there's something to be said about that. The Grizzly does miss. That's nice. And, you know, this is an Agonied Krailthor, so 4 damage isn't so much. And if you can just keep repeating the Surging Wave over and over, that would be nice. If there is a Corrosive Orchid, that would be a great time to put it. Pants, come on. Oh, man. Shark is weathering this. He says, I need to survive. And that's what we're seeing here. Oh, man. I mean, he will kill him eventually. So basically, if Werekingdom moves down 1, he'll die during upkeep. You know what's going on here? Yep, so he can't actually move. Where's his bear strength? There it is. Cool. So he'll go up to 29 then during upkeep. Sharkbait going up to 19 damage out of 32. Holy cow, this... Oh my god, this game... Oh, he's gonna move. He's gonna take it... Nope. I was gonna say, he would just be dead, man. He cannot move. He should put on Barkskin, is what he should do. Okay, I mean, he puts on the Witchwood Ironvine. So he'll only take 1 damage. Oh my goodness. 1 damage then. It's just, and it's basically like putting on Barkskin, except there's no upkeep. Oh, this match is so close, man. And it will be Sharkbait's initiative here, so he has to get through 2 more rounds. Or, if I were Shark, I would consider playing Idol of Pestilence. I think that would be the play to do. At like the end, at the end of the action, put down Idol of Pestilence, be an extra damage, and boom, that's a dead Werekingdom. Like, assuming he has Idol of Pestilence, I don't actually know if he does. But I would love to see an Idol of Pestilence go down. I think that would be like the greatest finish. Just, yeah, I played Idol of Pestilence for the win. I mean, regardless though, like, Sharkbait will probably live through this round. Especially with the Surging Wave wand. He's at 13 mana, so he could actually wand. If he had double Surging Wave, he could actually live through this round. If Werekingdom has any healing, though, like, that sort of blows a lot of the stuff out of the water in terms of his plans, and he'll have to survive a lot more. Yeah. All right, and we're moving on. So let's just see what happens here. this has been a crazy match. Like, whoever wins, like, definitely deserves it because it was such a drawn, good, back and forth match where both players really had a good chance of winning. So this is probably one of the best games I've seen this tournament so far. Werekingdom's going to cast a Wand of Healing. Okay, good choice. Basically, passively getting life is how he's going to win this through. And this could just be how Werekingdom wins. And yeah, he's going to get one heal off of that. That might be all he needs. Wand Healing, such a good card. Like, I kind of wish Dispel Wand was just level 1. Because I feel like it matches what Wand of Healing is. Alright. Alright, and let's see. So Shark is just thinking here. I wonder how much he has in order to sort of counter that. Like, if he doesn't take his action now, like, he's going to get mauled. He's going to Surging Wave the Steel Claw. Alright. Let's see if there's any damage that gets done here. There's 2 damage. Oh, no. No slam happens. Oh, okay. We might see a dead shark here. This could definitely be the end of this Necromancer here. Oh, 9 damage. Onto Shark. This could be it. This Kralothor can easily get the win here. A 3 damage here. Brutal. Brutal. And yeah, I mean it was a good try for Shark, but I think this is gonna be it. 3 dice coming in. Does get Force Orb. Touche. And there it is, the 4 dice. Yep. And that is going to be 3 damage. So that'll be game. I mean, not game, but... Yep, but... I mean, basically, Sharkbait's going to have 31 out of 32 going next round. Werekingdom's going to be at 29 out of 30. That Wand of Healing was the saving grace. 29? 28. 28 is what I meant. So, super props to Werekingdom for this great finish. Like, that was a crazy match, man. $28 out of 30. So close. But regardless, I might be speaking a bit too soon here, but I think Werekingdom played this really well. I honestly think both mages didn't make any major mistakes here. This was just a solid game, and really any one of them could have won. I mean, I guess Shark could have, hurled the boulder at the mage instead, or, gotten his skeletal archer out a long time ago, maybe gone off the tree earlier. But, like, the decisions he made were led him almost to victory. And I think they were both good. And the Werekingdom had tons of dispels to deal with all the curses, and that really managed to pull him and just tank through the entire thing. We can see the Burst Thorns here. Yep, this will be the game here. And piercing 1, 4 dice. Basically no armor. And I think it's unavoidable. It's not unavoidable. Cool, he gets it. All right, man. Rock on. So basically, yeah, he gets... He dodges that. So this is Shark's one chance. He's going to drain life on the Grizzly to try to live. Okay, man, this is cool. And he gets 5, so he's going to heal 5. Again, this is his one chance to live. And whatever attacks, he's just going to use Surging Wave on the other guy. I like how Meridius isn't even healing the Grizzly. He's just like, nah, just let him die. Just let him be in pain. 7 dice. Ends up getting 4 on 7. That's unfortunate, but puts Sharkbait at 30 out of 32. You might as well drag it on as long as possible. If there's some chance that you win through this. I mean, if the Wand of Healing doesn't work, all that shenanigan stuff. And here's a Surging Wave going down. This is actually pretty cool. He might actually live another round here. And he cancels the attack. Maybe it's not targeting right or something. Don't really know what's going on with that, but yeah. Yep. He should clearly Surging Wave himself. That would be the best choice here. No damage. He does get the push, though. Yep. There's the final damage. So, great play from both players. Man, if you want a solid game to analyze and really figure out how to use either Druid or Necromancer, this game, man, is a case study in that, because this is just top tier play. And props to both players. And yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. We have other... We've got other games you can... Oh, you see my desktop. We've got other games you can watch on our YouTube. If you're watching us on Twitch or anything like that. If you aren't part of the Octagon community and you want to get involved, it's all free. We have a Discord. I think it's called like Mage Wars Community Center. You can find it on the Arcane Wonders forums if you need access to that. But it is all free, so if you guys wanted to play this game, come check it out. It's an awesome game to play. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining us, and have a great night.